Hello, my old school soul food family. Chef Jeffrey back with another video. All right, y'all. I want to come on here a little bit and do this video. Y'all know I'm very transparent about a lot of things, and maybe my video can help somebody out there or kind of motivate somebody out there. I'm going to talk about the importance of going to the doctor, getting your health checked on a regular basis, at least every year. And I'm going to tell you from my perspective and why I'm making this video and what led up to it. Y'all know in the last, y'all probably know this has been going on since probably the end of last year, maybe mostly the beginning of January. I've had issues with I came on here, I had issues with my wrist, like the wrist here, like I've had here a few years ago. And I've been wearing this brace pretty much since February, since around February, because first month, you know, I'm dealing with the pain or whatever, saying it's going to go away or whatever. So I put this brace on because that's what I did with this one. I'm thinking it's a little carpal tunnel or whatever, it'll go away after 3, 4, 6 months, get approved. I wore the other brace for about a year, and it went away. So I have total flexibility in my arm. And I couldn't do this. It was back in I was working till 2021, 2021 around that time frame that this happened. So this one was starting to do, and I said, okay, I'm dealing with this in here. So I put the brace on, stuff like that. I went through February, okay. February, March, April, I said, and it started getting a little better, but it started progressing down to my elbow. Now my wrist is a lot better, but the issue now is my elbow. Now some people call it tennis elbow or whatever. I don't know what that. Still don't know what it is, but I'm getting to that. And it's a little pain. I got a high tolerance for pain, y'all. I was dealing with it for a while. I have a very high tolerance for pain. Being a chef, we cut ourselves, we burn ourselves. I go on. Y'all remember the last couple of years ago, I cut the tip of my finger off, wrapped it up, threw the tip away, and just kept on going, and it's healed itself right there. You can see it grew back. So I got a high tolerance for pain or whatever. But this had become a different type of pain. Just right here on the tip of my elbow, I couldn't get where I couldn't put my glasses on. I couldn't put my hat on. I couldn't button up my shirt because if I lift my hand more than that, which is still a little painful, it ain't as bad as it was because I'm getting more treatment for it. But with that being said, I said, nah, this is something wrong. I need to go to the doctor. Of course, I have medical insurance. I mean, shout out to people that have medical insurance, and sorry for people that don't, because medical insurance is very, very important, as you know. And I pay about $300 something a month for the premiums for my personal health insurance. At my job, when I was working, I paid $42 a month. So that was a big change. When you work for yourself, you got to pay your own medical insurance, but that's one insurance I'm always have. But long story short, went to my primary care doctor that happens to be here in KATY. I have one in Arlington too, but the one here in KATY, and went in there and told him the issue or whatever, and he said it might be arthritis. So he gave me some pills. It was only 5 of them because they so strong. It's like 5 times the strength of ibuprofen. So you had to take one. Tell me, take one with some food, with a glass of water, and then take another one. Then from then you take one a day. I went by the instructions. So he gave me enough pills for a week. He wanted me to follow up the next week, so which I did. The pills didn't help at all. So he said, I'm going to give you another kind of pill. So he gave me another one, a little smaller one, and this one helped a little, but not much. It masked the pain for about 8 to 10 hours. You could only take one within 24 hours because they're that powerful. And y'all, I'm not a fan of taking pills. I don't like to get hooked on medication and pharmaceuticals. I'm just very adamant against that because I think it just people get hooked on medication, then you take another one for that. I'm very adamant about that. I'll take a few vitamins and that's it. I don't have any medication I have to take on a regular basis because I take a lot of natural herbs and natural oils, and I'm very adamant about turmeric. Y'all know that. I'm very adamant about honey. I'm very adamant about oregano oil. I use that. Ginger. I use a lot of that. So that helps me. But none of that was helping me. So also, long story short, while I was in there, I take a complete physical every year, y'all. I used to do it every 2 years when I was younger, but when I got in my 50s, I do it every year. And even the doctors say, I usually wait till after the summer, usually in September, I do it, but this doctor say, okay, we need to take, oh, fine. Physical is free. When you go to, most insurance, it's free. He said, you want me to come back and you take a physical, which they don't charge for that if people don't know that. My insurance don't anyway. So I did they took 2 vials of blood that day to check the arm and see if it was authorized or whatever that day. So I went back to the physical. They took 2 more vials of blood. They checked everything from head to toe, y'all. Every comparable. I have the paper. Matter of fact, I got the papers here that they printed out when I went. They told me on the phone everything, but I had them printed out too. I like to read everything they check. And I mean, they check everything from cholesterol, high blood pressure, even hepatitis, HIV, everything from head to toe to see what you have or whatever. And I'm gonna tell y'all results here in a second. But I always consider myself pretty much healthy. Like I said, I check myself or whatever. So the lady, a few days later, that was a week ago almost. It was a week, Mother's Day weekend, coming up Mother's Day weekend. And she called me on thank God it was a Thursday, but the doctor office called at 5 o'clock, closed at 5. She called me at like 4:58, and I didn't catch the phone. And she left a message, Mr. Williams, this is so and so from the doctor's office. Can you call me? Got your blood work lab results in. And then I called back, it's closed. Y'all, I had to go a whole night. Thank God I have to go a whole weekend. I had to go a whole night to thinking, okay, what results? What were my results of these? It was driving me crazy. I said, Lord, what if it's something bad? I don't know why the devil get in your mind. But long story short again, she called me the next day and say, everything come back clear. Only thing was the issue was the, what is it, T1C, whatever, your blood sugar was slightly high, but nothing to be concerned about. And he said he needed me to walk 30 miles a day, please. 30 minutes a day. And that's another thing I'm going to get into, what I need to get back on my routine, which I agree. I need to walk 30 minutes a day, more than that. And he said, that's it. I have no high blood pressure. I have no cholesterol. I have no diabetes. I have none of that. I even had to go do a colonoscopy, which I do every year since I turned 45. That come back fine. I've already had what's the thing that, matter of fact, let me stop for a minute and give my thoughts and prayers of Joe Biden, the former president. He's going through, he found out he had cancer and it's going to his bones. So let's pray for him, no matter what your political affiliation or whatever is. This man is still a human being. He have a family, wife, kids, and stuff like that. Yeah, so let's give him up. Thoughts and prayers for him. But I had to test like he had too, and that come back clear. So with that being said, I am completely healthy. Besides that little part there with he told me sugar intake or whatever. Like my auntie said, all us Williams, we eat a lot of sugar. But I don't have the diabetic thing. But he'd say you just need to lower my intake a little and walk 30 minutes. Everything else come back. What they say on here when things come, they got non-reactive. That's what it is, non-reactive. Yeah, so that's what they have on here. But with that being said, the only issue now, I'm going to see a room. When I went back last week about this, I was telling that it still hurts a little. It's not getting improved. I want something. I don't want things to mask the pain. I want to fix the issue. And they sending me to a specialist, which is a rheumatologist. which they specialize in this. And I did a little research, and I was talking to people. They say I might have bursitis in the elbow, called Trina's elbow. That might be what it is. But like I say, it's just a pain described. It burns. It's like if you hit your elbow on the, your funny bone on the top. That's constant pain. Bam, bam, bam. And it keeps going. Like I said, I take antibiotics or whatever they call it. Pills, I call them. And it masks the pain a little for about 8 to 10 hours, sometimes 12 hours. Then it's like I got to wait another 12 hours, take another antibiotic. So I know this week, and I'll give y'all a follow-up what they say. But other than that, I am completely fine. I need to lose about 15, 20 pounds. I know that for myself. The doctor didn't say that or whatever. But I'm going to do that. And I'm going to get back on my regular regimen that I had about a year ago. I have stopped doing. I've been moving to Vegas. All of them just go. I used to go to the gym 5 days a week, 2 hours 2 hours a day. I had a certain regimen. I was really, really doing good. And this week I'm going to get back on the regimen, which I'm member of Planet Fitness. So I go to Planet Fitness anywhere, but Arlington and Vegas, they're all over. So I can just go anywhere. So that's why I got a gym membership like that. So no matter what city I'm in, they usually have one there. But I'm come on here to tell y'all to get yourself checked. Even like I say, I don't know if you don't have medical insurance how that works. Most people you can go to government healthcare.gov, and you can sign up through that. And that's how I got mine through that, and I'm on United Healthcare. That's my insurance, and I got it through that. Like I said, my premiums are kind of high because they look at your income and all that, and then it's not free. People say, oh, it's free healthcare. It's not free, y'all. It's government high. It's free to a point. It depends on your income, how much money you make or whatever. Then they make the prove how much that they gonna pay and how much your premiums are. Like I said, I pay a little bit over $300 a month for my health care, and then I have vision, which through Aetna, and dental through Aetna. So that's all three. So I pay three. What dental and vision? That's only $14 a month. So that's nothing. That's nothing than the medical. Yeah. So I have that through Aetna. If y'all curious who I have. So yeah, I just want to come on and let y'all know because there's like I say, in your family heritage, there's diabetes in my family. My mama had it, my dad didn't, and my brother kind of has that part of the diabetes. I don't have it. It kind of skipped me, but I still need to watch that. The most prominent in my family on my mama and dad's side they was avid smokers. And my mama smoked until she was in her late 40s, early 50s. My daddy smoked to the day he left this earth. The doctor, they both died of congestive heart failure. And me and my brother, we don't smoke no cigarette. I smoked a half a cigarette in my life. 1/2. That's all I've ever smoked in my life. It was the most disgusting thing I ever tasted. I said, I don't know what the hype with these cigarettes or whatever. Of course, y'all know I never did no drugs. I've drank 2 beers in my life. 2 beers in my life, and I think some liquor or whatever. I never drank. I never been a drinker, and just something I never liked. It was disgusting, and I never went back to it. So I just drugs and alcohol and all that. I never have to hopefully worry about sclerosis of the liver and congestive heart failure because that contributes to it. A lot of doctors say smoking it contributes to lung cancer and stuff like that. So yeah, my mama dealt with that with her heart. She had quadruple bypass surgery back in 2006. My daddy, like I say, eventually he had to have a heart transplant, but he never got it. And he died at 69. Of course, my mama made it to 77. But yeah, get checked. And people say, oh, you make this food? Let me tell you about behind the scenes how this works. I explained this before. I do not eat all this food that I cook. On a regular basis, I eat a lot of fruit. I love pineapple. Now, watermelon season right now. I eat watermelon religiously. I love roasted cashews, y'all. If you got some cashews to send me in the roast, send them to me. I love roasted cashews. I love peanuts in the shell. I love nuts and fruits. I love it. I love salads. Now, the dressings I put on it kind of ruined the salad, but I love salads. I love them. Now, you know the salads I have in my jar, I love that. I eat that stuff like that in moderation. When I go on the road trips and stuff, it might be 3 months, 3 days out of the month that I go to these road trips and eat at these restaurants, stuff like that. Vegas is kind of crazy for me because I have to do videos with Vegas and stuff like that. But that's all done in 1 week. When I do them Vegas videos, you see, I do them all in 1 week and that's it. I do not eat like that on a daily basis. I can't do it at my age or whatever. Like I say, and I put that stuff, as I told you, in my food saver bags, and I give it away to my neighbors and friends and stuff like that. And all this, I mean, cakes and pies and cookies and all. I don't eat that stuff on a regular basis. When I snack or I'm sitting and watch TV, I'm eating some nuts. I'm eating watermelon. Right now, I get big. Always from here to September, I'm going to have watermelon in my refrigerator. I need to do a video on watermelon. HEB have an absolutely sweetest watermelon right now. It ain't even June yet. HEB got them packed in there. Yeah, and a good price too. I'm gonna just video for another day. But I just want people to uh, listen to your body. I mean, it just like when you get you in your car and something wrong with your car, people you take that into mechanic or whatever and get it fit. If your body tells you something, get it checked. Don't wait too long. And a lot of things can be um, taken care of if you catch it early. Like a lot of people, unfortunately, some people get cancer, and a lot of doctors say if you had to come in early, we had to caught it early, we could have did something more for it before it progressed uh, than it is now. And like I say, it don't take a minute or whatever. And a lot of people say, oh, they can go to the doctor. They're always going to find something. They're going to give you pills or whatever. It's not like that. It's just preventive, what we call it, preventative maintenance. And like I say, exercise. Nothing like eating right and exercise. Y'all know me. I love to walk. I'm always on the go. And the doc say walk 30 minutes. I walk a lot, especially when I'm in Vegas or whatever. But I don't do it consistently like here. So starting this week, I'm getting back on my regimen. I'm gonna get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And matter of fact, I'm about to go to the gym right now because it's 4:30 right now. I'm doing this video on a Monday morning. Uh, Go to the gym. I usually be there from 5 to 7, and come back and I'll eat me some breakfast or whatever, and I'm gonna get back in that routine. If I'm on Arlington, I'm gonna do the same thing. If I'm in Las Vegas, I'm gonna do the same thing as well. And exercise and walk. I mean, you don't have to be a sprinter. You have to be a marathon walk. Get up and walk. Walk around your backyard. Walk around your house. Like I say, I have a house here. Y'all know it's 2 stories. I'm forced to go upstairs. All my bedrooms upstairs. I have to walk up the stairs, to walk down the stairs, up the stairs, down the stairs. Hey, that's part of exercise. That's part of doing it. Don't sit at home eating, and that's not good. It's not healthy. Any doctor will tell you that. That's the best cure of anything is getting out and exercise. Walk around your neighborhood. Walk around, go to the mall. If your neighborhood's not safe, you live in the hood and you're not safe, scared to, everybody can't walk around their neighborhood. Go to a mall or go to a supermarket or anything like that, and just where there's a lot of people and you feel safe or whatever, and just walk and exercise. I really care for other people's health, and I feel sad when people get diagnosed, or if you had to came early, if you had to check this early or whatever. And that's why I'm making this video. It has nothing to do with food. I just care for people and want people out there to make conscious and being transparent what's going to me and my health wise. And people, I know a lot of people are concerned, oh, you eat all this food, and what's your cholesterol? I have no cholesterol. I have no high blood pressure. I have none of that because I get checked on a regular basis. Every September I go and get a complete physical, and I just did it a little bit earlier this year because I had to go in for that. But go get your self-check once a year or whatever. It might be something, if you feel something, feel a pain or whatever, go get checked because it's very, very important. Especially in the African American community, especially males. In my thing, the prostate, and like what Joe Biden had, a prostate and colon cancer is very irrelevant in the African American community, especially males, and even in the congestive heart failure and heart diseases is very relevant in the African American community. A lot of them just don't get checked, especially men, African American men. We have that tough mentality, when I deal with depression, people say, "Oh, there's nothing, quit." And we've been taught that to be tough, deal with it, suck it up, and you need to go get checked or whatever. So I just want to put that out there. Like I said, be transparent what's going on with me. Chef Jeffrey's pretty much healthy. Like I said, I got to quit eating that sweet potato, extra sweet potato pie, and that extra bowl of Bluebell ice cream, and I'll be fine and get back in that gym on that treadmill like I was doing for the last 3 years before I stopped. Yeah. And like I say, anything in moderation, y'all. You can eat any food in moderation. Remember, I ain't had a conversation. I'm going to let you this and I'm going to let y'all go. Like me, I try to cook my own foods. I go out and eat in restaurants, whatever. But as y'all know, I can my own foods. I like to cook my own stuff so I know what's in it. I don't over season my food. As you know, I put a little salt and pepper, and that's it. I don't put all these I tell people, you put all these seasoning, all this garlic, onion powder, all that. That stuff is not good for you. I tell people, all you need on your food is some salt and pepper to enhance it. You put all these seasoning, you don't know what's in this stuff. Most of the stuff is powdered seasoning with all these different, read on there all these spices that you put on food. You got about 10, 15 different things in that spices. Salt and pepper, that's it. Just enhance the food. Food already has natural flavor, especially protein. You just want to bring that flavor out, and that's it. Y'all know I love my cabinets. I've been loving cabinets since I was 16 years old. I know what's in cabinets. Very nice spice. Been around for years. I love that. And I love Uncle Steve's shake too because he don't have a lot of exuberant stuff in his. That's why I very push it. He don't have a lot of exuberant stuff in his spices. He has very simple ingredients in there, and that's it. So yeah, eat in moderation. Like I say, as I was saying, when my auntie was saying, when we was raised, she was raised in the country like me. We was eating organic, healthy food, and we didn't even know it. Only time we went to the store for something was flour, sugar, and milk. We grew all our vegetables. We raised all our meat. And we was eating healthy, organic stuff, and we didn't even know it. But that was before there was the big organic craze that they have now that they charge all this money for. And we didn't even know it. We was eating fresh greens and vegetables and peas and tomatoes and pears and plums and peaches, and like I said, my dad raised the chickens and hogs and cows and all that. We didn't realize how healthy we was eating. That's why I'm going to go back to that style here in 3 more years, 3.5 already. So yeah. So anyway, y'all, I just want to say I love y'all. I want to be transparent to y'all what's going on. If people see this break, what happened to your break? I'm doing good. It's just that little spot on his elbow, and they're going to get it right. I already prayed about it, and God going to get it in the hand, man. God going to get in man's hands, and they're going to fix this. And like I say, well, I can put my glasses on without hurting, y'all. But thank God I'm ambidextrous, where I can use either hand. Yeah, so that's a great thing I'm blessed with. I'm left-handed most of the time, and now I switch to the right, so I can do it with either hand. I can write with either hand, drive with either hand, throw. I'm like that. Y'all probably noticed that in the videos. Yeah, so anyway, that's pretty much it. We're going to join me tonight. I'll be at the lake, y'all. It's going to be hot out there. I got to take me some good old bottled water out there tonight, this afternoon, 5 to 6 p.m., some people forget. I forget set your little whatever they call it. Number one dude on Donna's creations called it the nosy. That's what he called it. So y'all click the nosy so y'all will know 5 to 6 p.m. Central Time. No matter where I am, it's always going to be 5 to 6 p.m. Central Time. I'm going to be out at the lake. It's going to be a nice day today. Probably be about 80-something degrees when I'm out there and sit out there, and I think it's always nice to get out of nature. I'd rather do it outside than in my office. I think I did in my office last week. Been a while. But, yeah, we'll be back outside this afternoon. So, anyway, I love y'all. Y'all pray for me. I pray for y'all. And, like I say, keep the former presidents in your prayer, no matter your political persuasion. He still is a man that God created. He have family, friends, and that's praying for him and care about him. Yeah, so anyway, I love y'all. I will see y'all this afternoon. Love y'all. Bye.